Hi and welcome back. Today's topic is going to be the legal risk of skipping setting up a legal entity. Hi, my name is Rhonda. I've been wholesaling and flipping houses for several years. And one of the main topics that a lot of people ask is, should I set up a legal entity? And the answer basically is a flat out yes. There are several risks with actually not setting up a legal entity, and today's topic is going to cover all of that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So no legal entity equals higher risk. So by not actually having yourself covered, you're actually leaving yourself open to any personal liability that may actually come about. So for example, if you have a contractor that is actually going to be doing work for you and that contractor actually gets hurt on the job, then they can actually sue you. And so if you have a legal entity that's already set up, then they can try and sue your legal entity instead of you personally. So if they try and sue you personally because you don't have a legal entity set up, then that means personal risk. That means your cars. That means your houses. That means your savings. So that should tell you right there that you don't want to actually go down this road. Trust me, you need to go ahead and get your legal entity set up as soon as possible. The next thing is going to be taxes. So we all have to pay taxes. And so there are certain tax benefits to actually having a business that is set up with a legal entity instead of personal. It likes for you to have a legal entity. And so there's certain tax benefits to actually having a legal entity set up. The next thing is going to be credibility. Who does not want to work with a company that doesn't have credibility? Okay, so credibility. So if you have ABC company as opposed to Sam Smith, for example, just the name Sam Smith, which one sounds more credible? The ABC Enterprises or the ABC entity that is set up? And it doesn't actually matter whether you have an LLC, a corporation, a franchise, whatever it is that you actually have, you want to have a legal entity set up, whether it's an S corporation as well. So my advice to you is to speak with a real estate attorney or an attorney or an accountant to even find out what would be the best move for you and your company. Describe in detail what you're going to be doing with your business so that they can help you make the best decision in determining your legal entity that you need to do. If you are interested in real estate, before you do anything, that should be your first step, which is to talk with someone who knows more about taxes, someone who knows more about setting up a legal entity so that you can set it up correctly and so that you can receive the tax benefits that can actually help you with your business. The next thing is going to be limited growth potential. If you're going to eventually scale your business, investors don't like to work with people who don't actually have a legal entity set up because they're going to have their legal entity already set up as investors. And so, of course, if they have their legal entity already set up, then they want to work with someone else who has their legal entity set up because they don't want to invest in something that personal liability exists. So you want to have your legal entity set up, especially if you're going to be scaling your business.